and a few people sent us samples, and we were really cutthroat. Like we said to a lot of people, look, you're very good. What you've done is very good, but you really just haven't understood what we want. And Lawrence, like, he started out by sending this like just a hand sketch he'd done, and straight away I was like, that's it, that's my mind right there. And then when he he illustrated it all up digitally and made it, I was like, that looks 10 times better than anything I've ever could have thought of. He really brought the idea to life, and he worked the brief really tightly. And I sat there with him for like hours saying, oh, could you just move this little bit, just a teeny bit there, or could you just change this colour, by 3 shades that way? And he was really patient with us, so, hats off to him. He is incredible. We're very grateful for his work.
He's a great guy. The detail's fantastic on the frame and stuff, and the sea and Cuecliche and stuff like that. It's really well done. Plus, it's got a nice kind of purple colour, which is obviously the Music Saturday colour.
Yeah, that's right.
So we love that.
You guys are our inspiration.
Lawrence is a good guy.
I was going to ask.
Lawrence is a good guy because, Mike, you and I interviewed him about 3 or 4 months ago, and he was a lot of fun.
He's great, yeah.
Not just a good musician, but he's like a new age Tommy Chong, So it's the best way to put it. The personality, the whole thing.
He still told us one of the greatest stories we've ever heard on the show about how he broke into a radio station every night for a month to record his first album.
Yeah, he told me that actually.
Yeah, it's just genius. It's the definition of DIY.
Yeah, right. And literally didn't pay for a thing,
I know, it's absolutely genius.
So
anyway, sorry, back to it after you, Bainesy.
Okay, no, that's fine. The next thing we're gonna get to, I want to ask about is the next song up we're gonna play is "Crazy Little Princess." Now, I mean, the lyrics essentially speak for themselves, but like, whose song? What, Terry? Was this your song initially? Like,
So again, this is another song that's got this great story behind it. If I do say so myself. Actually, just ironically, I've just finished. There's a very good friend of mine in New York, Tina. She runs a music blog, and she very kindly let me write a series, Origin of a Song, where I went song by song and wrote in great detail the story behind each and every one. So this story is very fresh in my mind because it was just recently put out there. So Crazy Little Princess was the song that nearly never happened. Jake had sent these music tracks along, and I had them all on my computer, and we'd done 10th, we'd done One Last Chance, and I was just bored one day, and I thought, I'll take a stab at this myself. So I sat down and I sort of just wrote this riff from one of these tracks, the Crazy Little Princess riff. I just kept getting this image in my head of this girl, like a Latino girl, in this red dress, just dancing alone in the middle of a room where everyone was just amazed by it, just real sort of feminine power, and the song just oozed of that. Like, every inch of that song is just about this girl that just everybody is just like, wow, and she knows everything's just like, wow, and she just confident. I think that just comes from the fact that, I'm just surrounded by a lot of incredible women in my life, and I've got a lot of appreciation for them. So pop punk as a genre is one that's come under a lot of fire for, being quite sexist at times, maybe.
Really?
So this is me trying my best to be, the complete opposite of that, trying to empower women in a way that I can. Which, music is totally open to interpretation, so it could be that I've tried to do that and got it completely wrong. So if I have, I apologise. But that was, it's meant to be a song that's, an anthem for women out there, and it's one that gets people dancing when we play.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's
definitely catchy for sure.
Thank you.
And I never would have thought pop punk being sexist, but I guess I just never really paid attention. But okay.
Yeah, well, I never really thought of it that way. I'm in a lot of pop punk groups and stuff, and obviously these attacks are just coming from everywhere. And
Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Like on Twitter and stuff. Not something I ever associate with it either.
Well, no, the other thing is too is what I was thinking, because I mean, obviously punk is close to ska, that sort of thing, and I think a lot of ska tunes, most of the ska tunes about women are about the rude girls. So I know, like, with like a checkered headband and the shit kickers, the whole thing. So it's like this complete opposite end of the spectrum. So it was cool in a different way.
Yeah, well, that was my understanding. I never sort of sat and listened to it, but as I say, different people interpret it in different ways. But it's just something I was very conscious of when I was writing this song. I wanted it to be a song that was really sort of, looked at this girl in a really positive light. Like, she's not afraid, she's not insecure, she's not being judged, she's just crazy and having this great time, and that was just the picture I wanted to paint with that song.
I think that's the interesting thing about, like, certain genres get certain labels, and it's normally because there's kind of one or two, not even like whole albums or anything. There's normally one or two songs by famous musicians in that genre. I mean, and I kind of get it, because if you look at, you know, Bling 182, who are essentially, you know, overgrown children with their shirts off on stage who want to sleep with all the girls afterwards. And that's I'm not saying they do, but that's the vibe that they want to give off. It's that kind of, look how fun we are, you know, kind of thing. And I can totally get, I mean, you know, it's interesting that there's, you know, 3 or 4 with Mike in the background, you know, men on the show commenting on this, trying to kind of feel our way through this very complex modern day issue that actually we don't really have any personal experience of. But I kind of get it, but I don't think you can tar a whole genre with a brush like that. You know, metal gets a really bad reputation for stuff like that in some areas, you know, some sort of subgenres of it in particular. But it doesn't mean that every song every band is. But I think it's really cool that you've taken that and gone, okay, well, I don't want to be associated with that. We're going to own this in this way, and this is our interpretation of it. And I think, you know, it's all about empowering people and you know, saying, look, you know what? Everyone's the same, man. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, woman, man, whatever. You can be from Mars and be green. We don't care, right?
Yeah. Well, exactly, right?
It's just music.
Yeah, it's
and who's to say all Martians are green? I don't know.
Yeah. Especially Kodos and Kang.
Yeah.
Simpsons fans, anybody?
I just want to give sorry, Brains, I keep cutting over you because there's a slight delay on the line. I was just going to say a quick shout out to, I think it's probably Martin from Mr. Happy Chainsaw, who's on the Mr. Happy Chainsaw Twitter account at the moment, who's listening in, and said, this is such a tune right up my street. So that's what those guys think of Save Me, and I'm with them.
Yeah, so again, another story here, Mr. Happy Chainsaw. We actually have a curse. We've arranged, I think, 3 shows together now, and every single one of them have fallen through. We were meant to be playing the 15th of December, our last show of the year, with Happy Chainsaw, and the venue closed down. So that's the 3rd time we've tried to play together. But yeah, you know, Martin, like obviously, like yourself, Bones, like yourself, Mike, is somebody that I've spoken to now for the last 6 months, you know, on a weekly basis, and I've never actually met because obviously our gigs keep falling apart. But he's somebody that's been really, really supportive of me and of Cuecliche, and you know, I've gone to him for a lot of ideas. The way those guys came back together and the amount of people they got listening to standing there and the success they've had in their shows, you know, I've just sort of gone to him and said, how did you do this, man? Teach me. And he's been really good. He said, you know, I'd do this, and he's been really cool.
Yeah, he's a proper good guy. We had him on as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And he tweeted about 20 minutes ago, it goes, loving the show so far. Cuecliche are awesome.
Comedians.
Yeah, well, no, Martin was a lot of fun, man. He's a good guy, because like most of the you guys we have on have such a good sense of humor, and it fits in. And the thing is, luckily, since we're roughly within the same age group, we know a lot of the same stuff. So a lot of the puns and pot shots don't fall in quote unquote deaf ears, right? So
exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, I've been listening to your show. I mean, you played our first single when it came out, so that was back in March this year. So I've tuned in as and when I can a few times. And I listened to the show when Martin came on as well. You know, because I think you guys reviewed one of our songs then and started listening. And I think actually you played a Happy Chainsaw song just before Cuecliche. And Mike, you actually said, you know, you guys need to play together because your music, you know, it's similar enough to work on a show together, but it's different enough to not bore people. And I thought that was the perfect way of putting it. Like, you know, I absolutely love what Happy Chainsaw are doing, and it's incredible. And I just think it's the kind of show that we could really bring a whole group of people together and just have an awesome party. So I think that was the best summary of the 2 bands together I've heard.
Oh,
I do my best, thank you.
Yeah. I like that one a lot.
I think the thing is, like, is what we were going back to earlier, like about, you know, what we play and stuff like that. We're just honest. We're in a luxurious enough position that we get a lot of submissions now, so we can literally just pick our favourites and pick the tunes that A, work, you know, kind of together for a particular show, and B, that, you know, we obviously like.
Well, exactly.
We don't play anything rubbish, and then we just tell it like it is. So, you know, I said that because I think it's true. So I'm glad you thought it was a good description.
Well, without further ado, let's get to the next Cuecliche song. This is off their first EP. This one, since we've talked about it, this one's called The Crazy Little Princess. Dig this.
Watching
Okay.
Cuecliche with oh wow, my voice kind of cracked there. Cuecliche.
Would you like fries with that, Benzie?
Yeah, right, eh? So zoinks. Mix up that guy for the kid from The Simpsons and Shaggy, eh?
Yeah.
Either way, definitely one of my favorite songs because it is so catchy. But excuse me, it's got that song encompasses everything that a pop punk song should encompass. It's got the catchy hook. They got the catchy lyrics. It's a song you can sing along to, and definitely gets you up off your ass and on that floor and go go go.
I like the sorry, I was going to say I like the backing vocals as well because it reminds me of The Offspring.
Oh yeah,
that kind of whoa bit.
Who I did see this summer.
Yeah, nice. See, I personally regard The Offspring as a punk band rather than a pop punk band, but what's interesting is they put kind of 2 or 3 tracks on an album that are nothing like the rest of them, and released them as singles, so they get this pop punk repertoire. But they're actually like a pretty hardcore punk band, certainly the older bit, not necessarily 2000 onward, but some of the older stuff. But yeah, they all even the harder stuff has got that amazing whoa thing that Dexter does, and it's just like, you guys have nailed that, which is really nice little callback.
Yeah, they were sort of one of the first bands that I sort of got into when they released Get a Job. That was one of the first sort of pop punk songs that I heard when I was a kid. And I think even when we first released One Last Chance, a very good friend of mine, Dean, who's the drummer in Bear Trap, he said that our first song, One Last Chance, just really, really had a very sort of Offspring sort of vibe to the backing vocals. That was a huge compliment to us.
Yeah, definitely. I wish, if anyone said to me I sound like The Offspring, I'd be like, well, firstly, I'd think that they were listening to a different band, actually, because the band but I'd be very happy.
Yeah.
That's a great band. I think The Offspring were the second band I ever, proper band, apart from pub bands, that I ever saw live. I think was the Offspring, and I love that show. They started with Bad Habit, and I can't remember the bass player's name, but when he came on, it was all dark. It was in quite a big venue. It was in Wembley Arena or something like that, I think.
Oh wow!
It was pitch black,